Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where we have found ourselves at the beginning of yet another Monday, and also a new month, welcoming in the month of May with hopefully more signs of spring coming in the Midwest. It's not exactly throwing out those spring vibes yet, so crossing my fingers we get some warmer weather and better weather to just go outside and enjoy the day a little more than I have been with these cold, dreary days. But of course, with all that being said, let's get into it and let's take a look at the knives that are going to be in my pocket for the next 5 days. Now, before we do that, really quick, huge shout out to my sponsors up here, DLT Trading, Mojave Outdoor, and White Mountain Knives. Guys, look these retailers up. It's because of them I can do what I do on such a regular basis. Also want to give a huge shout out to Kaiser as well as Kuby. They're going to be actually a little Kuby feature in this video here. Good things going with them and really good things going on with Kaiser. Looking forward to bringing more from those two retailers to you guys as well. But of course, these three are always a factor in Wayne Sharp World. So let's get it started and let's take a look at the first knife that's going to be in my pocket this week. And it really is one of my all-time favorites. This is the Hogue SIG K320 Nitron. And you know, this knife is just a winner in pretty much all terms of what makes a great EDC knife. It is good materials, great steel, S30V in the steel. I still consider S30V to be a great steel. There's obviously a lot of newer steels that have come out since S30V burst onto the scene, but it's still a tried and true EDC steel. The polymer handles on Hogue, in all honesty, it's about as good as it gets when you're talking a polymer handle. Good grip, good everything. A lot of thought put into this handle here. Even though it is more on the cost-effective side and as compared to like G10 or titanium or micarta, a lot of little details such as the little flattening, or I wouldn't say flattening or sanding, but kind of a little less grippy texture here where the pocket clip would sit on both sides of the handle. It's harder to see here with the clip on this side, but when I flip it over, you can see that outline there. That's kind of, you can see it as the light hits it. There's just less texturing there, and that takes it easy on your pocket. Going in and out of the pocket, you got a great pocket clip here that adds that traction, so when you pull it out, you can easily do that. The American flag showing where this knife is proudly sourced and made. A lot of good things with the K320 Nitron. Nothing to really, truly pick it apart on. If you like the Spyderco Shaman, this is definitely one you would want to pay some attention to. Excellent value in that $130-ish to $140 range. Just an excellent knife overall, and one that I haven't carried as much as I used to, so I wanted to get this back in the pocket. This is actually a Knife Center exclusive, so if it's in stock, I will have it linked. I don't know exactly what the actual update in terms of if you can get this or not. I know you can get the Nitron in general, but this uncoated blade or just the regular stonewash blade is a Knife Center exclusive, so I'll have it linked below for you guys to check out. Love this knife. The Hogue SIG K320 Nitron. Next up on the list, we've got a little Kaiser here, and gonna get a little of the red pill action this week with the Kaiser Mini Gemini. This is a new release, and I believe a Mojave Outdoor exclusive. I will have this link below as well. There are two options here. You have the red handle as well as a blue handle. I think both colors were executed very well. Very nice shades of blue and red. This is a little more of a darker, rich red, not quite the fire engine red, but I would say more flirting along the lines of like a Merlot, but not quite that dark. Still though, it looks good. The action on this guy, crazy smooth. Everything you expect from a Kaiser. Another thing that I really like that they added to this Gemini version, as well as a bigger Gemini version that we're actually going to take a look at here in just a second, they put a choil at the bottom of the blade, a sharpening choil, which you did not have on the original versions of the Gemini. So very nice to see that little sharpening choil there. And again, it's just that classy, beautiful Laconico design. Just made a little smaller, falls under that 3-inch rule. So if you're looking for a Gemini that is under the 3 inches, this is it. This is your chance to get one. Very, very nice design, very ergonomically friendly. Even though it's a smaller handle, it's still a good 4-finger grip for me. Barely, but it is, and it feels good. No hot spots. All the edges of the knife, of the handle, are contoured and smooth. Just really, really good. Kaiser does a good job with these aluminum handles. If I didn't specify that yet, these are aluminum handles. They feel very good in hand, kind of a velvety, not, I wouldn't say soft, but like a velvety feel in hand, gives you a good grip. And it's just good to go. It's good to go. You could maybe even, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Probably better to just stay behind there. I was going to say, if you're really careful and you need to do a little detail work, you could maybe make that a little choil, but I probably wouldn't. Always use your tools with caution. That's not cautious enough for me. So I'd probably keep my finger back there, and it would still work very good. And just a great little knife. If you like smaller knives, this Kaiser Mini Gemini is one you have got to check out. Absolutely have to, in my opinion. If you're someone that buys knives strictly under 3 inches, the Mini Gemini is a home run in that category. Next up, we have its big brother, which is literally the regular size Gemini. And this here is a prime example of why you should maybe disassemble and clean your knives when you get them in. If you're not someone who disassembles your knives a lot, I highly recommend you start doing that. One, you just should be on top of the maintenance of your daily tools. You want to be able to rely on them. So if you're not keeping them in good shape, it's hard to rely on something you don't take care of. But this is a prime example here. I got this guy in the box, brand new, took it out, and the detent, it felt a little soft on it. It wasn't quite as strong of a detent as my original Gemini, which kind of bummed me out. But it was still good even as is. It was still acceptable, but I took it apart, I cleaned it out, and I found a little bit of, I don't think you can see it here, but on the side of the blade where the detent sits on the blade, and here there's a little, detent ball cut out. When I took it apart, I found just a little bit of something. I don't know if it was like a little bit of gunk. I think it was something a little more solid. Might have even been a shaving. It was dark though, so I don't think it was actual piece of metal, but there was something in that detent ball hole. I cleaned it out, lubed it up, put it back together, and it's good to go. So there are just some very important things you want to keep in mind when you get a new knife, because there's no such thing as, a perfectly clean assembly line. I don't think anywhere, unless you're talking maybe the food industry. I would like to think those are clean assembly lines, but you never know. So when it comes to mass production of things like a pocket knife, very easy for a little dust or dirt to get inside your knife. So I always recommend taking apart a knife and cleaning it before you start carrying it regularly. I don't care who it is either. I do that to my Riots. I do that to, the only knives that I have not done that with was my Chris Reeves and my my Koenig Arius. Other than that, every knife I ever get is disassembled, clean, and reassembled with a little Loctite in certain areas of the knife. So I just make a habit of it, and I think it's very important that everyone should do that. And this is a prime example why you should, because with this new detent, I love this knife. You guys already knew I love the Gemini, so no surprise there. But fixing that detent and these burlap micarta scales, which I did put a little beard oil on, it rubbed in really nice. Get a pretty good grain going. I don't think this is the best burlap micarta I've ever had, but I think it also needs a little more patinaing. And I also got, I think, just a part of the handle where you have kind of like the where they can combine two sections of the burlap. So that's always a little bit more roughed up there. But overall, I'm happy with this for, I believe, $79 or $85. Might even been $75. I'll have this link below as well. I believe it is still in stock. And you can use my code right there, Wayne's World, for 10% off this guy. I want to say it's like $72, $73, something like that. So considering the price and considering the action and quality that you get with any Kaiser, you guys know I don't have any issue with this. You've probably already seen my unboxing of this guy, and I really do like it a whole lot. And I'm going to continue to carry this along with my other Geminis. I still strongly believe the Gemini is one of the better knife designs I've ever come across in terms of just simplicity and day-to-day EDC use. Huge fan of the Gemini in general, and a very big fan of this model right here. Now, next up, I've got a Kuby, and this is pretty new, but I just did a review of this guy. This is the Kuby Pike. You guys saw my review of it Friday, and I'm going to say it right now. I think this guy's getting a little disrespect from the knife community. I didn't get quite the reaction I was thinking that I would with this review. I personally am a huge fan of this design and the execution of this design. Before I say anything else about this, I want to let you guys know, when I read the price of this guy off during the review, I said $200, because if you go on Kuby's website, it's $200. I didn't see it listed anywhere else. And then after the fact, I noticed it was available on Amazon for $160. Now, I don't believe that was directly through Kuby. I think it was another retailer, so I don't have any experience with that retailer, but you can get the raw tie and blue pivot collar version of this guy, along with a blue clip, for $160 off Amazon. And I also just realized that I have a discount code with Kuby. So right here, 20% off using this code right here, Wayne Sharp World. Apparently, it needs to be entered just like this, caps and, Wayne Sharp World, just as the title. And that can be used at Kuby's website to save 20% off any purchase through the website. I'm obviously going to get a different one made. This was a little last-second makeshift. I found out I was just about to record this video, and I have too much going on. This is actually Sunday when I'm recording this, but I didn't have enough time to stop everything and put a nice new one together, so that's it right there. But that is the discount code. It's important to know that, Wayne Sharp World. And that discount code makes this knife $160 instead of $200. And at $160, I was even justifying the price at $200 compared to other things that are out there, and exactly what all you get with this, the detail and the internal milling and the milling on the handle. And there's so many things that go into this that I think pretty much justified. I'm not, like I said, it wasn't a great deal, but at $200, it was justified with the competition. Now at $160, it's a great deal. It really is. I would put this up against many, many, many premium WE knives. I think this is right up there in terms of fit, finish, and execution of any WE knife. One you're going to see here in just a second, but it just feels great. It feels like a premium knife. It has premium materials in the CPM 20CV, and it has excellent action, reach around approved, and just a very fun fidgety knife. So good to front flip. Very nice front flipper, and very smooth on the close as well. And just a nice light package overall. I believe this guy is coming in at either like 1.9 or 2.1 ounces, so it's right around that 2 ounce mark. Super light, super fashionable, would make a great gentleman's folder. There's not many things I would change on this guy. It really is my favorite Kuby to date, and you will see that as time progresses. This knife isn't going anywhere. It's going to stay in the collection because I'm a very big fan of this. If you like those smaller, like slimmer, kind of skinnier front flippers, this is one you really should pay a lot of attention to, and I can almost guarantee you would not be disappointed with this guy. Excellent little front flipper, the Kuby Pike. Next up and last up, we do have a premium WE knife to take. I say premium, all WE knives are premium. Civivi is the lower end. I don't know what I'm saying. But we have a WE knife in the pocket this week as well. This is the WE Beacon. And it's been a while since a WE knife came out that really got me excited. There was a couple last year that I really like and still have. But this one so far is the only WE knife to come out in 2022 that has really just made me happy after I changed this hideous pocket clip to an awesome Finch knife pocket clip. I think it's a lot more good to go now. But this really is. The Beacon is just, it's nice. It's slim in hand. It's not thick in the pocket anywhere. It's just a nice, compact, sleek package. But it's a bigger blade too. We're talking 3.5-inch blade. You can middle finger flick this very nicely with that fuller. You have a nice choil that just feels really good in hand. No hot spots on this knife. One of the better WE knives I've reviewed in the history of this channel, to be quite honest. I wouldn't say it's the best ever, but it's way up there. Definitely one of my favorite WEs ever, and one that, again, is going to stick around in the collection for quite a while. And going back to the Kuby Pike, in terms of fit and finish, the Pike and this Beacon are honestly neck and neck. I mean, when you look at these handles, you see nothing, you see no issues. Everything's pretty flawless. There's no scratches from production, no mistreatment of the knives. You have a much nicer pocket clip that comes with the knife than what came with the Beacon, and it's just very good. And I just want to emphasize this because the fit and finish between these two models are both, if you told me if you put a WE on the pivot of this Kuby and got rid of that, or if you made this. So I can't tell any difference between the level of execution in either one of these knives, is what I'm saying. They both feel top-notch, and they're both excellent knives. So I want to emphasize that, because I like WE. I think they do a great job, but Kuby's premium lineup is underrated in my opinion. Very underrated. So they may not quite have all the designs that WE has, but in terms of just execution, if you see a premium Kuby knife that you like the way it looks, I'm just here to tell you, don't be scared by the fact that you're paying $150+ for a Kuby, because you're going to be getting your money's worth, at least from my experience. But that's the last one. The WE is a great knife. The Beacon's a great knife. The Pike's a great knife. I got a whole pocket full, or a whole handful of great knives this week. Let me know, you guys, which one you like most, or let me know just what's in your pocket. You guys are always really good at that. You're always good at kind of showing up my carries, to be honest, because you guys all have some pretty dope carries yourself. I'm looking forward to this week with these knives in the pocket. Let me know what you guys have in your pocket. I have a lot planned for you this week. I have an unboxing, I have a couple knife reviews, and I may even have a list towards the end of the week or weekend that I'm looking forward to bring you guys. Regardless, all that aside, hope you guys have a great week, and until the next one, I'm out.